Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and this is a reading for... Sorry, my Catholic thing kicks in there and I'm like, this is a reading from St. Paul to the Corinthians or something. This is a reading for the 29th of June, Thursday the 29th of June, but obviously it's timeless. So pile number 1 is the Shiva Lingam stone, which is a very high vibrational stone. Pile number 2 is this super cool fossil that begins with a T that I can never remember the name of, and it never ever wants to focus. That's okay, maybe it's just a little shy. Pile number 3 is the Howlights. So I will just give you a second to choose your pile. Okay. I'll move that guy out of the way, and I'll move that guy out of the way. Okay, pile number 1. The Shiva Lingam stone. Where are you going? Right, I'll just put you on my lap, that's fine. Okay, pile number 1. We have the Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. You have the Koi, is that focused? You have the Koi Fish Spirit. So this card is about prosperity, plenty, good fortune and success. So you are headed towards something. Yeah, so you're headed towards success here. And I feel like with the Gates of Triumph, you're nearly there. You know what I mean? Let me just move this in a little bit. Because you see how close, I've got one more card here, but you see how close you are? Because it's like you may have been working very, very hard, or you've had your head down at something, and you've kind of almost been in like this dark tunnel, because see how you have the trees there? Oh, my voice just totally broke. How embarrassing. I'm like the squeaky voiced teenager on The Simpsons. You see how you have the trees there? So it may have been, you know, like, feeling like you were in a forest. Because it's reminding me of another card from this deck where there's someone wandering around in a forest and it's snowing. And the card says, you are exactly where you're meant to be. But the guy in the card doesn't feel that way, you know, because he's wandering around in the forest in the dark and it's snowing, and you can tell he's like, what is this happy horse shit? Like, what is this? So, but I feel like you're coming out of that phase now. So you may have been, you know, just like head down, working, and you're like, oh my God, is this ever going to take off? Am I ever going to get the money? Am I ever going to get the job or the promotion or whatever it is? And I feel like now you can see like the end in sight, and if not, then you're going to be able to see it very soon, pile 1, okay? Because like the gates are open, you're there, you can see it, you know what I mean? Victory is within your grasp. Oh my God, and you have the 10 of Pentacles here as well. Oh wow, you're headed towards money, pile number 1. So the 10 of Pentacles and the Koi Fish, wow. So yeah, definitely prosperity, good fortune, success, and it's so close. It's so close. So the 10 of Pentacles can talk about a lot of money coming in, but I feel like this is more something that you've worked for. You know, it's not so much like an inheritance or a lottery win or something. It's like something, it's almost like you didn't know if it was going to work, but you just kind of put your head down and worked anyway, because that's like all you could do. Just hoping that this was going to work, and it is. So your faith or your resilience or your work has paid off here. So the 10 of Pentacles talks about like a lot of money coming in, but it can come in the, you know, this is obviously going to be different for different people. Like for some of you it could be, you know, your business is going to take off and the clients are going to start coming in, or maybe you've like sold a house recently that you've been trying to sell for a long time, or it's like that promotion that you've been working for, finally signing that contract, or it's like that job, you know, the new job that you've been waiting for. And it's, if that's the case, it's a good salary and it's something solid, okay? Because the 10 of Pentacles is like solid, you know. This is, see, that's the thing. I feel it may have taken you a long time, but it's like you were building a solid foundation, and now that you've done that, it's going to be around for a long time, if you see what I mean. So like say this is your business, or you know, it's the promotion or that new job. It's like you've been putting in the, you know, the legwork kind of thing. Like you filled out the application form really carefully, or you built a really solid like reputation for yourself, you know, so now it's solid, if you see what I mean. So that's your message, pile number 1. So if you're not at that stage yet, just know that it's very, very close, okay? I kind of feel like you may be thinking that already, like you may be feeling that already, like, oh, like I can take a breath now, you know what I mean? So well done, pile number 1. Congratulations. I hope the reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Pile number 2. I just want to focus this because I think he's so cute. Isn't that cool? This little dead sea creature from like millions and millions of years ago. It's so cool. Pile 2. So you were the super cool fossil-y guy. So you have overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. I feel like this was in the exact same place in yesterday's reading. I feel like that's happened all week. Like I keep pulling cards in the same place. Okay, and also like I said yesterday, you have the robin here, which, you know, robins in spirituality, they speak about a new beginning. I also want to say, you know, robins are tough little things, right? Because they, you know, they don't mind the cold so much. And they're quite aggressive, actually. Like, you know, I always thought robins were super cute and super sweet, but you tend to only really get one in quite a big area because they're quite aggressive and like territorial. So you might be, you know, you might have had to be tough to get through whatever it is you're getting through here. And you have the crown, which talks about achievement, completion, honor, and status. And you have, ooh, you have the King of Wands. If I can get the little guy to focus, there we go. So the King of Wands talks about being a leader. So like team leader, manager, entrepreneur, owning your own business, motivational speaker, alpha male, alpha female, being very good at speaking. Could be like a public speaker in some way. You know, a leader. People like to follow the King of Wands because they're charismatic. They, God, I was gonna say they talk good or something. You know, they're an excellent speaker. They're very charismatic. They're very eloquent. Oh, that was the word I was looking for. I feel this is the role that you're coming into. You've either done it, or it's what you're looking to break into. So I feel like there's 2 groups here. Some of you may have been attracted to pile number 1 because the crown, you know, it's like some kind of status. I feel like it's a leader, right? It's something where you would like be seen, some kind of position of like authority, but I don't feel like that's why you want it. Because with the King of Wands, it's something that you're very passionate about. I feel like that's why you want it. But what comes with that is recognition, and that's just one of the things that go hand in hand with being a leader. You know, some people are just, you know, good leaders. Like you could be a fire sign, or you could have fire heavily in your chart, Aries, Leo, Sag, or you could have it aspected somewhere that you don't know about in your chart. But there's just some people that are very charismatic and like they just make good leaders, and I feel like that's you. So I feel like some of you have achieved this already, and if that's the case, I feel like you've had to overcome a lot of obstacles to get to it, in which case this is like a sort of congratulations from spirit, like well done. For others of you, it may be something that you want to get, okay? Because like the King of Wands is kind of looking at this crown here, but you have the obstacles in the way, right? So this could be something that you're trying to get, but maybe you're being a bit discouraged at the moment by the obstacles, or Spirit's putting obstacles in your way and you're like, I don't get it. Like if I'm meant to have this, why are the obstacles there? The thing is, you know, not everybody can be a leader, right? The reason being, not everybody has the necessary knowledge, because the people who lead the best are the ones that have the knowledge, right? Or they have like that special something, the special skills. And this kind of reminds me of Excalibur, you know, the story of Excalibur, when it was only like one particular person who could pull the sword out of the stone, right? So if there are currently kind of obstacles in your way at the moment, it's almost like you're being tested, because Spirit has to put you through your paces before you can become this leader, right? It's not that it's not destined for you, but you have to put in the work, right? You have to kind of overcome the trials to prove that you're worthy, kind of thing, right? So it's like maybe just like a little bit of extra kind of spiritual work, or they're testing you to see how resilient you are, because again, you know, leader types energy, they don't crumble easily under pressure. You know what I mean? You're not going to be a very good leader if like when there's a disaster you just sort of crumple into a ball on the floor and be like, oh my god, I can't do this, like it's too hard. That's not good leadership skills. So you have to like, you know, there may be obstacles in your path, but it's a case of kind of being like, okay, so there's obstacles in my path, how do I get around it? Like, I'm just gonna keep calm. Because honestly, if you can keep calm, you know, in situations where like everybody else is like losing their mind, that's a leader. You know what I mean? So like you may be being tested at the moment, but it's almost like your spiritual trials. It doesn't mean it's not destined for you. It just means you gotta prove it, right? Okay, so that's your message, pile number 2. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching. And oh, I wanted to say something else actually, I think. Hold on, where's the other card? Yeah, I don't know if I said this, but for those of you who have already sort of achieved this status here, I feel like you had to overcome a lot to get to it, right? And it's interesting that I said it in that way, so maybe that's like a little, you know, motivational thing for like people that are still going through these obstacles. Like whoever, you know, for the people that have already achieved this, like they had obstacles but they got past it, right? So you can as well. So to the people who have already achieved this, it's like a little pat on the back from Spirit being like, well done, like we know you went through a lot to get to this. Because you see how it's like, you know, the boulders blocking the path, right? So it's about like being innovative, like, okay, so it's blocked. How am I going to get around that? Like maybe I can climb up here, or maybe I can climb over it, or, you know, maybe I can, I don't know, maybe I can go down here. That's maybe not the best way, but you know what I mean? So yeah, you've been through a lot of obstacles, but you're there. So well done. Little pat on the back from Spirit. So that was your message, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Pile number 3, you guys are the highlights. Okay, you guys have great adventure, take a risk and venture forward. That card always puts me in mind of the 6 of Swords. You know, which is about moving into kind of calmer waters after things have been a bit choppy. Okay, you have the 9 of Wands. Interesting. And you got two of these. Oh, these are love cards if I'm not mistaken. Hold on a second. You have the arrow and the heart. The arrow, direct, unswerving, a message, new love. And you have the heart, compassion, true love, and courage. So this is a love pile. This is your true love, pile number 3, whoever this person is coming in. There's something here about taking a risk with this person. Okay. But I feel that you're going to be successful. I feel like there could be two different groups here, and I feel like you're going to know who you are, okay? So just take it as it resonates. But for some of you, I feel like this is someone from your past. you know, with this sort of Six of Swords energy, it's like you guys may have been fighting in the past, or there may have been like a bit of one-upping going on in the past, but both of you want to get past that now. And it's a case of like moving forward together into calmer waters, and you're going to be successful, okay? You may be a little suspicious of this person with the Nine of Wands, okay? But I feel like for some of you, like this, you know, this past person is your true love, because this is a person that truly has your heart. And with the arrow, I feel like you just know. Like if that's you, you're gonna know, okay? And you're about to get a message from this person. Also with the heart, you know, that talks about compassion as well. So it may be like a case of, you know, having compassion for each other and moving forward. However, just to annoy everyone, I can also see this being new love. So that's why I feel like for some of you, it's someone from your past. And for the others of you, I feel like this is someone brand new. Because the arrow talks about new love. And with the Great Adventure, taking a risk card, the reason that it would be a risk for you is because with the Nine of Wands, like you had been in, just get the little guy to focus. Yeah, the Nine of Wands talks about being hurt, right? Like you've been hurt in the past, maybe by one person or maybe by multiple people. But the Nine of Wands talks about kind of being brave, excuse me, and moving forward, taking a risk, you know what I mean, with this new love that's coming in. Because for some of you, I feel like the new person is your true love. And again, I feel like you're gonna know if that's you, okay? Let me see, is there anything else? Yeah, the Heart card also talks about courage. So either way, I feel like there's a bit of a leap of faith to be taken here. However that, you know, the reading applies to you. Like if it's someone from your past, you're like, okay, so like maybe we, you know, had some issues in the past, but let's do this, let's move forward. Because both of you, I feel like, want to move it forward into like a calmer energy. And if that doesn't sound like you, like if you're not dealing with someone that's trying to move it into a calmer energy, then that's not for you, okay? Like if you're not dealing with someone that's trying to move it into a calmer energy, then just move on from that person, you know what I mean? But like I said, I feel like it's, you know, different for different people. Yeah. So that is your message, pile number 3. I hope that resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.